NBA season. Well, the regular season is now over. We're getting ready to start into the postseason. But we have playing games that we got to get through in the NBA. And then we're going to get to the playoffs. We're going to see, are we going to have a defending back-to-back NBA champion? Or are we going to crown a new champion this season? We shall see and find out. So obviously, we have the playoff bracket for the NBA. The first seed for the Western Conference, of course, the defending champions from last year, trying to go back-to-back, Oklahoma City Thunder. Second place, we have the San Antonio Spurs. They have made a huge bounce back, and this team, I think that they're going to be very, very solid and very, very good. They're going to make a deep playoff push. I think they can get to the conference finals, meaning the Oklahoma City Thunder in the conference finals, because when you have a healthy team of De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, you also have Dylan Harper, you also have Devin Vassell, you also have Stephon Castle, and then you have guys like Keldon Johnson, Kobe Bryant, and you also have Harrison Barnes, you also have Luke Cornett. Those guys over there in San Antonio is doing something special. And here's the thing, they're young guys. These aren't vets. Well, they are vets, but they're young. They're young vets. That's the thing. They're young veteran guys who are very, very good and have very good pieces for their team to make a deep playoff push, to go to the conference finals, shoot, maybe to the finals. We never know. In third place, for the third seed, we have the Denver Nuggets. Fourth seed is the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers, this is going to be very, very testy for them because they will not have Luka Doncic or Austin Reeves in the first round. And the team they got to go up against in the fifth seed is the Houston Rockets. They're very healthy and they're a very good team. Now, credit, they don't have the veteran NBA champion, Fred VanVleet, because he was out for the entire season with a torn ACL. But they do have a guy over there, Amen Thompson, and he's very good. Now, the one thing I will say about Amen Thompson that I've been saying is that he's not a shooter. If they can force him to shoot the ball, then he can really be a liability for Houston. Now, not only that, they also have Jabari Smith Jr., who they got to watch out the stretch for. They also have Kevin Durant, they mainly got to watch out for. You also have Baby Jokic, Alperen Şengün, who is a killer in the post, who can also shoot the ball, who can also pass the ball, who can also rebound the ball, all doing that very, very efficiently and very, very effectively. But then you also have other guys. You have Reed Shepherd you also have to worry about because he can also go off when he feels like going off. And you have Tari Eason, who can go off whenever he feels like going off. So the Houston Rockets is a team that the Lakers really, really got to watch out for, and they really, really have to lock in. Now, I have most of my faith in that 41-year-old man, the best player of all time, LeBron James, to get the job done. He can get that job done. He said he feels healthy. He's going back to his old ways. He has to do everything. But it's not going to just be on LeBron. It has to be on, he's the main key guy. But DeAndre Ayton, I'm going to need you to step up, buddy. Rui Hachimura, you're going to have to step up, buddy. Luke Kennard, stepping up. You need to step up. Dalton Knecht, all these guys, they got to step up. Jackson Hayes, they all have to step in and play a huge major factor role for this team to be able to make a good push in the playoffs. So that you can get Luka Doncic back, so you can get the Austin Reeves back, so you can make a good playoff push. Because the Lakers, with a full healthy squad, they have a pretty good team. And Marcus Smart, he has to play lockdown defense, but not fouling. Now, the team in the 6th seed, the Minnesota Timberwolves. This team, they can be sneaky. They can be sneaky. They got some really good pieces over there. They got Ant-Man. You still got Mike Conley. You got Dante DiVincenzo. You got Julius Randle. You got Jaden McDaniels. Then you have Naz Reid. You got Rudy Gobert. They got a pretty nice squad over there in Minnesota now. Don't sleep on them. And they just got Rob Dillingham. Don't sleep on Minnesota. Then we have the 7th seed who locked in, beating Phoenix in Phoenix. The Portland Trailblazers. I have been waiting to see them come back in the playoffs, even though they will not have Damian Lillard. I felt like Portland, they were going to make the playoffs because Portland was a really good, sneaky team. I said it in the beginning of the season that Portland is a very, very good, sneaky team that you have to watch out for because they have a two-time champion on that team in Drew Holiday. They have an all-star in Danny Avdia. They have a really good big man in Robert Williams III. If a lot of people don't know, he was really good when he was with the Celtics. Now, credit, he wasn't shooting threes, but he was very, very effective for the Celtics when he was there, even though he didn't win a championship over there. They have Donovan Clingan, the rookie from UConn. He's a very, very good asset to this team. They also have Shaedon Sharpe. Shaedon Sharpe is a very, very good asset to this team. They got Kamara. They got many, many guys on this team who are very, very good. You have Jermani Grant, all this and that. The Portland Trailblazers have a very, very sneaky team, and I like this team, and I think that they could possibly give San Antonio Spurs some fits. I think they could. Now, for the 8th seed, we've seen the Golden State Warriors beat the Los Angeles Clippers last night. Steph Curry going off for 35 points, Draymond Green with 4 steals, getting a really clutch steal, getting 2 clutch steals on Kawhi Leonard back-to-back. But they got to go up against Phoenix. Now, Phoenix, they did lose to Portland. Jalen Green, he had a really, really good game, dropping, I think, 35 points. Devin Booker, he didn't have too much of a showing. He didn't even score in the fourth quarter. I think he had like 1 or 2 points from the free throw line. But we're going to see who's going to win for that 8th seed, the Golden State Warriors or the Phoenix Suns. And that's going to be on April 19th at 3:30 p.m. Now, I think Phoenix can do it. I want to see Phoenix in it. As much as I want to see Steph Curry in it, that environment when Phoenix is in the playoffs is unreal. But whoever wins out of that, they will be playing against the defending NBA champions from last year, Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, we have the Eastern Conference. The first seed, mind you, this team did a whole 360. Literally, they were the team who had the most losses. I don't think the most losses in NBA history, but they went on the most losing streak, like the longest losing streak in NBA history. This team was terrible, but they had turned it around. They got Cade Cunningham. They got Tobias Harris. They got Jalen Duren. They got Azar Thompson. They got Duncan Robinson. They got so many key assets on this team. The Detroit Pistons, shout out Michigan, because your team won the college basketball national championship. And now your NBA team is number 1 seed in the playoffs for the Eastern Conference. Detroit, stand up. Michigan as a state, stand up. Because your team is number 1 seed and you have an MVP candidate in Cade Cunningham. But I don't think he can get the MVP because, look, the 65-game rule is crazy. Then we have 2nd seed, Boston Celtics. Now, the Boston Celtics, we didn't think Jason Tatum was going to come back this year. But he made his way back this year. The fastest player to come back from an Achilles tear. And he's still playing great. Still playing good. But this team, the Boston Celtics, man, it's gonna be scary because this team is healthy. Credit, they don't have the Drew Holidays, they don't got the Al Horfords, they don't have the Kristaps Porzingises no more. But that team is still scary because they got Peyton Pritchard, they got Jaylen Brown, they still have Derek White, you still got Jason Tatum, and you still have Nikola Vucevic. You still got those guys. And now, credit, the bench is going to be a key factor. But here's the thing. That Boston Celtics team, they're very, very sneaky. Then you got the 3rd seed, the New York Knicks. New York! Hey, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, all those guys over there. Woo-wee, it's going to be something scary. Got Miles McBride, which they call him Deuce. We're going to see what happens with New York. And for the 4th seed, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. They did pick up James Harden. They do have Donovan Mitchell over there. You got an all-star and Evan Mobley. You got Jared Allen. Look, this team is scary. This team is going to be scary in these playoffs. And shout out to the 6 Toronto Raptors. They have made the playoffs, baby. They got Scotty Barnes over there, RJ Barrett, Grady Dick. They got Brandon Ingram, Emmanuel Quickly. All that, man. I can't wait because people don't understand about Toronto. Toronto Raptors, when they are in the playoffs, they have one of the best environments in the entire NBA. You could argue and say Toronto in the playoffs has a top 3 crowd in the entire league. You could argue that. You could really argue that because that place, they get rocking over there in Canada because it's their own country. They got one team in the NBA, and that's one team only, and that is the Toronto Raptors. But we'll see what Toronto does when they play against Cleveland. Then we got the Atlanta Hawks number 6. Now, here's the thing. They don't have Trae Young this time, but they got CJ McCollum. They got Jonathan Kuminga. They got some good guys over there. They got Buddy Hield. They got all those guys over there. Now, look, don't sleep. Don't sleep on Atlanta. And especially, they got that young man, Jalen Johnson, turning it on over there. That brother is cooking. Now, I know New York, you got your beef with them. Well, not even with them. You just got your beef with Trae Young. I'm expecting New York to still have that chant for Atlanta. Because I know Trae Young is going to catch a stray. I already know it. 7th seed, we got the Philadelphia 76ers. This team, they did turn it around, but they don't have Joel Embiid again, and it sucks. But guess what? Paul George is starting to turn it around. You got Tyrese Maxey, who's doing great. You got VJ Edgecombe, who is very arguably Rookie of the Year candidate, but I think mainly is going to go to Cooper Flag. They have Andre Drummond, who's stepping up. You got very key guy assets that they can do really, really well. And then for the 8th seed, you have the Orlando Magic, or you have the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets, they defeated the Miami Heat. Now, the Orlando Magic, they lost to the Philadelphia 76ers. But guess what? Hey, Charlotte, get the job done. I want to see Charlotte Hornets in the playoffs. Because I live near I'm in the Carolinas. I'm not a Charlotte Hornets fan. I'm not. But you guys don't understand how the Carolinas are different when Charlotte Hornets is in the playoffs. We've seen Charlotte Hornets in the playoffs. The last time was 2015? No, 2016, I think, was the last time we seen Charlotte Hornets in the playoffs. People don't understand. Buzz City. And I got to see Buzz City when they played against OKC Thunder. That team is, it's something serious. I can't wait for these playoffs, man. But y'all let me know in the comments, who do you have winning the NBA championship this year? Do you think Oklahoma City is going to go back-to-back? Do you think there's going to be a new crown champion for this season? Matter of fact, here's a good question for everybody. Who do you think is the sneaky team in the playoffs? What team do you think that a lot of people don't think is going to go far, but they actually can make a strong push in the playoffs? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also, follow me on TikTok, BDB Late Night. I post all of my DJ content on there, and I do everything like that. And it's really going popping. I'm really glad about this. I'm almost at 3,400 followers, and I appreciate every single person who follows. But make sure you go on my TikTok. Shout out to the TikTok account and everything like that. So that's going to consist of this video.